Brown Baby Doll, and today I'm just gonna come at y'all real quick and talk to you about how you can get healthy, eat healthy, stay healthy on a budget. When I lost 108 pounds, I was broke. I was a graduate student and I was really focused on getting through school and not just balling out of control. I know that I can help y'all get there, be it a college student, a family, an individual who just seeks to want to do better. Sometimes all you got is a hope and a prayer. So before we go grocery shopping, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and also my blog channel. Make sure you turn on those notifications for me so that you know when I upload, and when you can come back on Thursdays and some Sundays for wonderful uploads that are going to help you along your journey. For you to be able to build muscle and lose fat, there's a lot of things that you need. Proteins to build and also maintain muscle. Fruits and vegetables for your vitamins. And you also need healthy fats in order for you to lose fat. So the first thing is to stop buying food outside. Stop finding a reason to go to the vending machines or going to McDonald's or going to Wendy's. While that's okay when you planned it, you shouldn't be relying on those foods for your nutrition. Right down to your snacks, you need to know what you're gonna have. Plan out those things so that you don't have to go anywhere to go buy food. Just bring food that you know what's in it, which leads me into those snacks.
You all know that I've been a faithful and loyal subscriber and customer of Love with Food even before I started collaborating with them. I enjoy these boxes particularly because it allows you the chance to try all natural and organic snacks and foods that you might not ever get the chance to try. I found so many wonderful things, and if I want more of them, I can just order them from the Love with Food website. This is a look at some of the items I got this month so you can see how many things I got in my deluxe box. And also just some of the cool things from supplements and even different crackers, cookies, proteins, and different things that I normally wouldn't have tried on my own, but now I have the opportunity to try them out and purchase them if I want. The awesome thing about this is that everything is very affordable, and they send you wonderful coupons to be able to get even more products for even less. The snacks pack up easily and they're most easy to take on the go. What I really like is that for every one box sold, there's at least one meal donated, and to date, this company has donated over 1 million meals. They have many box choices, including the tasting box, the deluxe box, and the gluten-free box. And you all know that I always got your back, and you come up when I come up. So if you all use my link down in the description box of this video, you will get 40% off your first deluxe box. It will only be $11.95. Hopefully you'll give them a try. I know that I've really been enjoying them over the years that I've been subscribed, and let me know what you think if you already get them.
The next thing is avoid impulse buying. Before I go to the grocery store, I always eat a snack, even if it's not going to be a full meal. So it's going to be healthy. It might be something sweet, might be something savory, but it's whatever I'm craving, so that when I get to that grocery store, I'm not trying to buy everything that my mind is thinking up on. So if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. These are some of the things I do before I go to the grocery store.
While a lot of people start off by making a list, I actually start off by looking to see what I actually have in my refrigerator and my cabinets. I even go as far as to take a picture of what's in the refrigerator just in case on my list there's some duplicate of what I already have. And I look at every level of things that I might buy frequently, like olive oil or raw sugar, things like that that kind of go pretty fast. And I check them to make sure that I don't need any other items. After that is when I make my detailed list on my cell phone, which I prefer because I end up leaving paper lists at home. But right now I've been using the app Shopping List, which can be found on an iPhone, and I'll place a link below to where you can find that. But basically I like it because I can place my food in categories, so when I go shopping, I can shop in categories instead of looking all around the store for everything.
A lot of times we try to go to all these different stores, but if you get to one store and you find that you're tired after you shop, you're less likely to go to other places for what you need. Time is money and fuel is expensive. Get a sales paper, find out where the best sales are, or get your coupons together. Find maybe 1 or 2 places that give you everything you need on the low. Low equal cheap, so that you don't have to go all around town finding everything that you need. You're gonna waste less gas, waste less time, and you're also gonna have everything you need at the drop of a hat. Clip coupon. If you don't have time for that, at least get the customer discount card. I shop at Kroger. Kroger. I had no problem with pulling out that Kroger card. And also you get fuel points for a lot of these stores. There's been times where I pulled up to the fuel tank, and because I've gotten so many groceries, I get a mad discount off of each gallon of gas that I purchase. So make sure that you check into the stores that you're going to and see if they have cards and discounts for you to get every month. Another thing is buying discounted fruits, vegetables, and meats. Y'all know my favorite joke is that it ain't got to be Cambodian breast milk imported from Malaysia. Figure out what's in there that's going to benefit you by giving you the nutrition you need and keep it as healthy as possible. You might not be able to afford everything organic, and that does not mean you have to be susceptible to buying stuff that's not good for you.
So probably my all-time favorite to shop in is the fruits and vegetables. I love scanning all of them, and I usually start with looking at what's organic and what the prices are on those items that I need for my list, and I compare them to what's over in the non-organic section. So for instance, kale. The kale is more expensive, but then 77 cents a bushel in the non-organic. So you have to make that decision. I also look at the non-organic, say avocados, which are pretty much more expensive right now in the colder season. So I try to make sure I make good decisions there as opposed to just picking up something because it says it's organic. I also look at all of the peppers and even the spinach, which I love, and sometimes I'm lucky and catch it for $1.39 a bag. I love it. Also, my favorite portobellos that I like to treat myself to are often marked down. And bananas, 55 cents for non-organic, but 65 for the organic. And I'll sacrifice the extra 10 cents for organic. I also look over the apples if I'm picking up some of those, because a lot of times you can find like Fuji apples, 3 for 99 cents, things like that. And even lemons. One lemon can cost you 79 cents, while 5 smaller ones can cost you 5 for $1. By the time I finished over in the fruits and vegetables, I've usually picked up most of my food for a lower price. And anything I want to supplement that I didn't want just fresh, I come and look at the frozen foods, because contrary to popular belief, especially when you don't want to spend too much coin, they're actually not bad for you and can be very much the same nutritional properties as those fresh fruits and vegetables. And I simply mark those off from my list as I get them.
Buy those proteins cheap. A lot of times the stuff that I want that I'm gonna cook immediately anyway is sitting right there for half the cost. A lot of lean chickens, lean beef, lean turkey, they freeze very well. So you can freeze them up to like a month or so after even buying them. It helps me in the long run. It's a cheaper buy, and depending if you're going to consume it within 7 to 14 days, it's a better buy for you anyway. Here's some options that are a little bit cheaper that you can try
I
out.
like to keep my eyes on a few of the canned items, such as low sodium or low sugar options in your vegetables or your fruits. Depending on what's the cheapest and what's going to be my best value, I like looking at the organic and non-organic broths and soups so that I'm able to make my own soups. And sometimes even the bases for soups are even better in the deli themselves of the stores. I also like looking at the different spices and things and looking at the prices that are available there. A lot of times the generic brands are better priced. Also, I love that for my sauces. I look at different sauces and see what's on sale. Cheeses. A lot of times cheese is marked up if it's like a Kraft cheese or something like that, but take your time to look at that section as well. Same thing goes for yogurts. I'm a big Chobani and Oikos eater. I also like going to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's for like their yogurts, but that's why you have to keep your eyes peeled for sales. Generally, I also like cottage cheese and things like that, but I also make sure that I compare prices, because sometimes getting the larger version is not actually your best value. Seaweed snacks and other small snacks in your organic aisle are often on sale, or even your blue corn tortilla chips. These are all great for snacks. Now, I know after I say this, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but sometimes I get baby food pouches. Why? Because they're pureed food and they're good for on the go. They have high levels of fiber. They're gonna be more organic, and they're gonna be plain because they're made for babies. I get them in pears, peaches, pumpkin, all of those different ones that are going to give you high levels of nutrients and quickly, and they're often pretty easy on the pocket.
Buy generic brands. Sometimes the generic brands are just as good, if not better, than some of the brands that you just love because they have a name brand on them. Look at the back of whatever you're buying and compare it to the name brand. A lot of times I find that it has even more nutrients than the brand I like to buy just because it has a name brand on it. You can also keep a couple extra coins in your pocket. Did you hear me?
Foods like eggs, milk, cottage cheese, any rice or pasta, or even frozen fruits and vegetables all pretty much taste the same no matter what brand you use or buy. So, a quick example of this is, say, peanut butter, like the all natural or organic peanut butters. A lot of times I used to buy the really higher priced ones just because I didn't really know much about the makeup of them. But then I started to look at prices in the back labels. So, I started buying the Kroger Natural brand because it's only two for $3 and it has much the same properties as those higher priced brands.
You also want to buy in-season fruits and vegetables because they're going to be cheaper. Every season there's a fruit and a vegetable that's produced at that time that can be brought to you for cheaper. You're gonna have to switch it up every season in order for you to get the best bang for your buck.
Here's one of those cool graphics I keep on my phone so I can know when I go to the store what's in season and what I'm going to have easy access to that's going to be cheaper.
And I'm gonna finish up today's video with giving you a list of foods that you can try and get. It's gonna be very basic. For everybody, this won't work. See what you can pick and choose from it and figure out what's gonna work best for you while not stressing your pockets so much.
Guys, this is definitely a beginner's list. I hope that it's helpful for you in figuring out the foods that are going to be best for you. These are a lot of the staples that stay on my food list and also are a lot of the foods that helped me while I was going through the immediate weight loss process. So that's why I stick with them. You can trade out some of these items, figure out what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and go from there. Definitely, you don't have to stick with everything here, but for the most part, you want to stick with these specific food groups. And I hope that you all will stay for the rest of the video, check out the rest of the list. Thanks for watching. Join me again on Thursdays and some Sundays for videos that are going to help you in your overall life's journey. Let me know below any other video ideas you have for me and things that you want to see. Remember to like this video if you did, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.
Seekers in the fast lane, out passing by.